outside your door just to know. I got this feeling I can't keep it down anymore.
Welcome back in, everybody.
We're all jamming.
Yeah. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Right here on
Air
the Golf Talk
guitars
Radio
flying
Network.
out here. Todd went right to bass.
Yeah, we got Todd Bordenaro, PGA professional in the house. Also, Dr. Ryan McGaughey from McGaughey Health Group. We're talking about water, staying hydrated, and trying to kind of clarify some of the things. There's a lot of information out there. We talked about how much you should drink based on your body weight, determining that, and the number of ounces you need.
I need to get a Sparklets container thing to
Yeah.
my house now. And clarify was a good word that you
Yeah.
just brought up, because I understand that if you're drinking enough water, that your void should be clear. That was my medical
It should
term
be clear.
for pee.
Yes.
Pale yellow.
Pale yellow,
In between pale yellow
not
and clear.
highlighter yellow.
No, not highlighter.
That's get some vitamin B, Billy. So I did. I'm peeing yellow, really yellow. I mean, like that Post-it yellow over there.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty yellow. That's Laker yellow.
It's Laker yellow. I was a little worried, but then I stopped taking the vitamin B. Back to clarity. Well, pale.
So what about completely clear?
Yeah. What about that, guys?
Does that mean you're like overly hydrated? I mean, that's
This is where I think this is what's interesting. I always think about natural health. There's always the little different variances in it. I'm comfortable with if someone said their urine is if they're
mine's
healthy,
been clear
if they're
before.
healthy and there's not something a medical condition going on with them, I'm healthy with the urine being clear.
Wow.
I don't know about Todd. What's your opinion?
This show is a quality show.
well.
It is.
No comment.
What about the red spots and
Like,
stuff flying? Is that bad?
No, but like if I'm playing golf again, I keep thinking of the spring or the summer and playing like up
had
somewhere
clear.
where it's hot, and it's like or like when I'm caddying for Nikki. I mean, I'm drinking a ton of water because I'm sweating like crazy. Usually when we're playing in the summertime.
You're probably not even peeing
Yeah, well,
because you're just
Or you're European.
sweating it out. Or,
but it's like you talk about minerals. Like my big thing that I've always been concerned about, and again I don't know, but like is overly like flushing yourself out with so much water that you feel like yeah. Like seriously, and so I how do you monitor that? Like Dr. Ryan was saying, with vegetables and what you eat, you retain the water probably better than just drinking the water. I mean, like Billy said about me, if I start just slamming water when we're playing golf, man, I'm not going to be playing golf.
You're a sprinkler system.
I'm going to be a sprinkler system. I'm going to be going like crazy. I'm not retaining the water, and I wonder if part of that is because I'm drinking that RO water. I don't like buying any of the water that says it has vitamins in it and all this stuff. I don't like any of that stuff.
What about ultralights?
So if I
and that
have
stuff?
the electrolytes in there, or the
Electrolytes.
salts or whatever,
Ultralights is an airplane.
whatever
Sorry.
that sounds like it's something that I need.
and also you're better off drinking it over time.
Yeah.
Continue rather than just
Slamming it.
you
Yeah.
come off the golf course and you drink 2 Gatorades.
I
Nobody
I
needs
can't
that.
stand
Which
that
brings
stuff.
up a good point to ask these professionals. Some say the Gatorade or the electrolyte replacement is awesome, and some say don't. It's bad for example, kids. They don't want
Yeah.
us to give our youth Gatorade and stuff. They'd rather us obviously use water. They were told specifically to try to stay away from those sports drinks, maybe certain ones. Is that
Okay, I don't think there's anything wwrong with Gatorade. I do know
I want to use a brand
that,
name on sports drink?
that when you see Gatorade and the big
There goes our
jugs
sponsor, Mike.
on football, football or baseball teams,
Yeah.
it's 2/3 water, 1/3 Gatorade.
So
So it's diluted.
you're
Diluted,
diluting
yeah.
your Gatorade. What do you think,
diluting
Doc?
the Gatorade.
If you're gonna have Gatorade, it better be diluted.
See, there are difference of opinions here.
Yeah. I can't
So,
drink that stuff.
Enough of the
either.
liquid, but I think we all agree, and especially the experts, that you need to stay hydrated and roughly about half your body weight in ounces of water a day. Probably 3 quarts to a gallon or something for most people. You're something like that. So
Yeah.
keep hydrated out there, people. Especially if you're moving around exercising, and it's not only healthy, but it's your performance can go down. Right? If dehydrated, my hands weren't working as well as they started to in the first part of the round.
Yeah.
So. To Doc, this is Dr. Ryan McGaughey to you. You're a healer, right? You are a healer. You help people get well. You fix. Help me here.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you saying that because that is my goal to help people heal. I am trained, as we mentioned before, as a chiropractor. My scope in chiropractic allows me to do everything besides prescribe and minor surgeries or surgery. So in our practice, we are running labs on people. We're doing saliva tests. We're doing GI panels. We take a holistic approach. We're using laser therapy, exercise with oxygen therapy. We are really trying to help people get healthier. So it doesn't matter if you're a professional athlete, we can help fine tune them, or someone who is just walking and they want to get healthier, or they think that they're healthier, or that person that's got a chronic neurodegenerative disease or condition and they want help. We run the gamut.
Well, I'm sure glad you answered. That's what I was trying to ask.
And
you.
I was going to add something.
Because I didn't want to say just chiropractor because then people immediately think he's going to snap you back into position.
But here,
and bones
yeah, but here's what you think. I think this is
So
the
he's
other
a
angle of this
health,
whole thing that people
wellness.
forget about is if you go see someone like Dr. Ryan and you've never gone to a chiropractor, right? Chiropractic doesn't mean that they're going to go in there and just start moving you around. You know, so it's like when I
The snap
when I go
table.
see
Love that table.
Dr. Ryan, like the first thing you get, I usually get like a massage, and it like lengthens out the muscles and it gets me in a position where I'm relaxed. And then that becomes, as the whole appointment goes through, like I look at it, when I first saw Dr. Ryan, I was a mess. He got me to where I'm back to normal. And then guess what? I'm staying there because I see him on a regular basis. I see him once a month. And so that I can play golf, so that I can walk, so I can play basketball with my daughter. I can do all these things pain-free. And he's given me stretches, he's given me routines, he's given me dietary, and I put it all together. And then I've found this is what it keeps me healthy, which keeps me happy,
Exactly.
which makes me active. You know, I'm active, I'm all these things. So, you know, you can just say, well, just you know what it's like? It's like golf lessons. How many people come to you guys and go, hey, I got a slice, I need to fix it. Okay, I'm going to take a lesson with you. They see you once, and then they go out and play, and they come back next week and like it doesn't work.
Worked on the range though.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it's not instantaneous. You have to maintain that drill, or you have to maintain whatever it was that you were working with with your instructor to keep that slice out of your game and play the way you want to play. It's the same thing with your health. It's no different.
Well, I always tell people that in order to be healthy, you have to work on it. It just doesn't. It just doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, and you know, like Todd, you know, he's in great shape. Some of the exercises we saw on his website. I mean, some of those things that he's doing, that takes time, a lot of time to get to what he's doing. And one thing that Mike mentioned is when I'm working on someone, part of that time of getting the muscles to relax and working out, that it's therapeutic, but it's like, how much water are you drinking? What do you do? What supplements are you taking? You're taking your fish oil. Well, how much fish oil are you taking? And I'm helping people try to fine tune it because it's about getting people healthier. It's not just about fixing backs or working on a muscle or getting the shoulder pain gone. This is about helping you create a lifestyle that you can live the rest of your life.
Well, that's why I started to ask that question and said that you are a healer and all about wellness. Todd is as well. The difference is you have a doctorate in your chiropractic, but he's the same holistic approach, stretching and maintaining. The question is, who should come see you and when are the signs? Because do people wait until they're broke? I know there's preventative, and Todd's his amazing website. Go to Todd Bordenero Golf. It just says what it is, toddbordenerogolf.com. Yeah, it's a great website, and it's BORDONARO, Bordenaro, excuse me. But when should someone come see you? When do they begin this journey? Because, you know, before we came on, you know, people wake up stiff. I wake up stiff. I'm getting older. I'm just. And then during the day, it loosens up. So I don't think I have issues because I'm loosening up. Then I go to bed and I wake up stiff again every day. What is some signs for people to come to call your office and go see and begin this lifestyle change? Because there's a lot of questions. You're checking bloods. You're doing all kinds of things, right?
Yeah. Well, and sometimes we say from womb to the tomb. I mean, you know, it's like I was working on a 4-year-old the other day, doing some work because they're having ear infection. So we're making some dietary suggestions. We were using some laser. We were doing some muscle work up around the occipital area to open things up so the station tube helps that area drain. So I think it depends on where what your ultimate goal is. If you're waking up stiff and sore, you're golfing, you don't feel like you can get a good rotation through your swing. After your golf game, you're hurting, you're having elbow pain, you think it's going to go away. Yeah, you need to get in now. If you want to improve upon your health in any aspect, just even knowing what supplements you should be taking, we can tailor that based on your blood work.
We're going to go on break, but when we come back, what is this laser you talk about? I'm very intrigued, and I think you brought it with you. Is that right?
And we have Clubbing with Dave, too.
Cool.
So we're right back.
We'll laser